Hello beautiful souls, and welcome back to a video with me, your guide Masha. Today we will be talking about the healing power of fabrics. So if you're interested, please keep watching. So I'm sure a lot of you know that everything we do, from things we consume, from people that we surround ourselves with, does affect our energy, including the clothes that we wear. We spoke about the power of color in our previous video. There was actually a study done on vibrational resonance and how certain essential oils, crystals emit measurable frequency. Everything is vibration and frequency around us, including the fabrics and natural fibers. If they are made from plants or certain animals, right, they carry higher frequencies versus if they come from petroleum-based sources, they tend to have lower or more static, dense frequencies. So let's break it down from the lowest frequency fabrics to the highest. So you have the power to discern on what you choose to sleep on, from the bed sheets, from your towels, to the clothes that you put on your back, from what you dress your children in, right? The more you know, I believe, the more power that you have. So let's start with lower vibrational fabrics. Polyester, of course, nylon, acrylics, spandex, rayon. They're all derived from petroleum, including viscose. When we wear low frequency or low vibrational fabrics, what it does, it blocks our energy flowing through the skin. It creates a disconnect between the body and Earth's natural residence, which is the Schumann frequency, and I'm sure you know that. So that's the lowest. Now, what we can do better, and it's not the most comfortable fabric to wear, is hemp, right? So it's about 4,000 to 5,000 gigahertz measured frequency, similar to linen. So if I was to choose on what to wear, I would definitely go with linen mixed with something else, because it does tend to wrinkle. So hemp has a strong electromagnetic field and natural resistance to bacteria. I believe a lot of the mummies in the past, like Egyptian times and other cultures, were wrapped in either hemp or linen to preserve the body. They're considered protective fabrics, restorative, right, to the energy body. Linen, right, so linen is probably more realistic to wear. Linen has also around 5 gigahertz frequency, and is the highest measured plant-based fabric. So it literally repels negativity. Energetic qualities, obviously purifies, cleanses, and balances electromagnetic energy, brings peace and higher awareness as well. Linen is wonderful for bed sheets. There are several brands that make amazing linen bed sheets that get more comfortable the more you wash them, right? It's not only great for your body, but for your sleep as well, because it affects your emotional body as well. Now, wool is also great. It has 5,000 gigahertz, just like linen. It vibrates a little differently, so it's more earth-based. So sheep's wool, lanolin, and the living origin of wool creates energy field that grounds and insulates. So it creates a protective, energetic cocoon, strengthens boundaries. Obviously, it's great for cooler weather, grounding rituals, emotional containment. Right? Another thing that I learned recently is wool, and when you combine wool and linen, they kind of cancel each other out. So make sure you either are using wool or linen when it comes to what you sleep on and what you wear. Right? Cotton, frequency between 40 to 100 gigahertz. Depends on how it's processed. That's the range, between 40 to 100. Organic and unbleached cotton holds much higher frequency than chemically treated cotton. I know it's hard to tell, but also I would look into supporting, instead of going to Target and buying a cotton top, right? Supporting local designers, maybe on Etsy, or looking into where your clothing is being made and sourced from. Again, you're supporting not only smaller businesses, but also most likely it's going to be less protest. Like this dress is made from 100% cotton. There's several brands that I can share with you if you're interested, but look around on Google, ask, there's a lot of videos out there on best brands for cotton and linen clothing. Another thing you could start doing, just to, some takeaways from today's video, is when you go shopping online or in person, start checking at the tags. That's the first place. Besides being attracted to a certain color or style, the next step for me, ritually, what I do is look on the inside of the garment and the tag. And if it's not cotton linen, no matter how beautiful and stylish and cute it is, I'm not going to buy it. And a lot of times, honestly, designer brands make a lot of polyester acrylic things that are costing hundreds or thousands of dollars. So it also helps you discern what you're trading your money for. Are you supporting clothing that sometimes might fall apart after a few washes, and it could be designer, or are you actually investing in beautiful natural fabrics that will help you and nurture your body and your spirit? Maybe start looking at tags in your closet, right? Like anything that's 100% polyester, maybe donating it or consolidating it, giving it away, because it takes time to transition your wardrobe to completely have natural fibers, right? So give yourself time and grace and patience with that. Start looking at tags in your closet. Start looking at tags when you shop. And maybe start going with 50-50, 50% polyester, 50% cotton. If that item is worth the exchange of energy of the money that you are willing to invest for it. And also thinking about how many times you're going to wear it. Cost per wear. That is very much important too. And guess what is the top frequency fabric? Any guesses? It's silk. So silk, divine feminine energy, right? So frequency is exceptionally high, 10,000 people gigahertz in some vibrational studies. So I'm not making these numbers up. These numbers are coming from studies that are done on how the fabrics vibrate. And why is it so high? It's a natural protein fiber spun by silkworms. So it's almost like an actual living organism of its own. The byproduct is pretty much their baby that they have put out into this world. Silk is connected to sensuality. So I would highly suggest investing in a silk bathrobe or some beautiful silk slip dress that you could wear at home or maybe out at night. A nice silk top. There's brands that I can recommend. One that stands out to me is Quince. I'm not sponsored by them at all, but Quince, Quince. They have a lot of natural fibers, including silks. But I would start with the bathrobe. Connects to your softness as a woman or a man, right? It's great to just walk around the house. It's great to meditate in. Obviously, intimacy, silk lingerie, we know that. And connection to higher realms. So silk is a beautiful fabric to wear. So you decide at this point, if it's not a silk bathrobe, maybe start with a silk scarf. See how you feel. I would start going through the closet and looking at the tags that have 100% acrylic, 100% polyester, 100% nylon, spandex. Most of those things are just not serving you much good, especially if you're trying to raise your vibration, connection to the source, connection to life force. So you decide what your priorities are. I'm not here to tell you to throw all of your polyester clothing out. I have still some things in my wardrobe that have vibrant prints and are still connected to essence of Masha, and I'm not ready to separate with them. So it's not about perfection, it's about awareness and also injecting more pieces in your wardrobe that with time will outweigh the polyesters and the acrylics. So all in all, high frequency fabrics is life from life. So plants, silkworms, they breathe, they move, they harmonize with your body's electromagnetic field, right? Low frequency fabrics is life from plastic. So they constrict, they isolate, and dull your energetic sensitivity. I hope you found this video helpful. I'm looking forward to connecting with all of you. If you have any questions, you can find me on Instagram at empoweredwellyou. And I look forward to seeing you in the future videos where we talk about more the power of the wardrobe and the clothes that we wear. I'll see you next time.